So moving on, question number one has come in here from Brett. Hi there, Brett. Thank you for being part of the amazing WiggyWam community and for submitting your question to us. So Brett says, why are leads from property portals generally so poor? We've dropped all portals other than OTM, which I think is on the market, but we're thinking about rejoining one or two as the seller leads we're getting are so poor. Why is this when we pay them so much money? Okay, well, great question, Brett, and thank you for sending that in to us. Look, this is a really interesting question to approach, Brett, from an estate agent's point of view, because you guys are, generally speaking, taking all of your data, you're plugging it into your agency's CRM system, and then you're sending it out to these portals. And you are the estate agent who's worked really hard to go out there and win that instruction, and you want to generate a sale and do a really, really good job for your client. But when it comes to generating more leads coming into your business for house sales, etc., the problem you've got is that when these leads are coming in to the portal, the first problem you have, in my humble opinion, is the person who's inquiring doesn't really know who you are. You disappear into what I call the sea of obscurity. Okay, now that's something not to take lightly. If you think about what's happening, the aggregator sites, which are these portals, they do a very good job of putting all the properties in one place. But when a consumer goes to that portal to look for a property, they're not interested in all of the different agents. In fact, when you fill out that form, and again, try it from your own perspective, go on there, find a property that you like, fill out the form, and yes, your details might be listed there as the agent, but to be honest with you, the client really isn't that interested in you as an individual agent most of the time. Okay, and I'm just being bluntly honest with you. Don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just telling you as it is from their perspective. So the initial problem that you have is when you start contacting these people, if you're then trying to convert that inquiry about a property for a set of sales details or arranging a viewing, etc., into a valuation, then the ultimate problem you've got is there's a disconnect between the reason why that person inquired via the portal in the first place and what you expect as the estate agent to gain from that interaction. Okay, so the way I could put it, if you like, Brett, and forgive my example here, but it's a bit like, let's say a girl who's dipping her toe back into the dating world after being off the market for a number of years. And, in her mind, she wants to go out, maybe have a drink, a little bit of a chat with somebody, and then go home at the end of the night, safe and secure that she's, shall we say, put her foot back into this dating world. And on the flip side is you've got somebody here who's waiting at the altar, ready to commit to marriage. Okay, and there's a complete disconnect between those two situations. So you're both going to end up disappointed. All right, so. Bit of a loose example, but I hope you can see where this is going. And there's a great gentleman on Facebook. I'm going to encourage you to look him up. He's a gentleman called James Cocker. Okay, he puts out absolute gold for estate agents if you want to understand this new world of social media and online marketing, and to answer this question about this disconnect between estate agents' expectations of a lead coming through from a portal, okay, and actually translating that into new business. Okay, now if you want to do this correctly, Brett, and I'm not saying that you're not in your business, but you've raised the question, relying on portals, in my humble opinion, is not the way forward for you to build your business in a successful way, particularly with what's on the horizon at this moment in time. Okay, so what you need a lead generation system which is different to what you've done in the past. Okay, now if you look at the psychology of a lot of estate agents, you're all kind of doing the same thing, and I say this with a whole lot of love and respect, but you're all putting your for sale boards out there. Okay, you're all putting your stuff on the property portals. You're all maybe advertising in a local magazine or a local newspaper in some respect. You've all probably got your own website. So what's the distinguishing factor between you and everybody else? Okay, because a lot of other estate agents are offering free valuations. Okay, so what's the unique thing that's going to attract a client to you and will give you the business without your competitors getting a look in. And again, this comes back to a lot of what James Cocker talks about, but what I also passionately believe in is that it's building a brand around the individual. And that can only come from exposing yourself, for want of a better phrase, through things like social media. Okay, because unless you're putting yourself out there on the internet in some way, there's no way that people can get an insight into who you are and what you have to offer and what your knowledge base is and how proficient you are at, giving people great service or knowing your stuff when it comes to selling houses or marketing properties for sale. Okay, and that's really the first step, is creating a lead generation system independent of the other things that you've got going on out there right now. Okay, so what do you need to do to create a lead gen system to bring people into your world, as it were, your realm of your estate agency? And then what do you need to do to qualify those leads that would make great vendors or great sellers for you in your business? And there's a big distinction between generating a lead and then qualifying that lead so that you know they're worth investing time, effort, and money in to get them on your books. Okay. And then the final thing you need to do there, Brett, is to then do a kind of lead nurture system. So the obvious offer, if you like, that you make initially is the free valuation to go out there and look at their property and give them some advice on marketing and all the rest of it. But then what do you need to do to nurture that lead once you've been out to see it? Because again, in my experience, and I've worked with a lot of estate agents up and down the country, in my experience, a lot of estate agents will go there, they'll do the valuation, they'll produce the free report, and then they might get a phone call afterwards, they might get an email afterwards, but they're not really being nurtured in any kind of nurture program that then allows them to say in 3 months' time, do you know what, that estate agent, I remember them, Brett was really, really good. He came out, he did all this stuff, he's really knowledgeable. This is what we believe is the right estate agent for us to sell our property. Okay, now that might seem like a lot of work, Brett, but again, come back to estate agent secrets. I tell you exactly how to do it, all in these books. Okay, and the whole reason of doing this in today's world, you have access to something that your predecessors have never had access to, which is the internet. And secondly, with using the internet, there's a whole bunch of programs out there now that will automate your marketing or that will do some kind of lead generation, lead nurture, and WiggyWam plugs into that model as well, okay, that allows you to keep in contact with your clients over a long period of time. Now, take this one step further, Brett. Every house you sell is a potential seller in the future, right? And it might be, you say, well, somebody's going to live in that house for 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 years. There's no way I can keep in contact with that person over that period of time. There absolutely is. And it costs pennies to do that now through the power of the internet. In fact, it's practically free, right? But unless you're keeping in contact with them and demonstrating your knowledge and showing them who you are as an individual, you've got a 1 in 3 or 1 in 5 chance of winning that client over as a future instruction. Okay, so I've gone on a little bit here, Brett, and I hope you'll forgive me for doing that, but hopefully what I've given you is a lot of gold in terms of what you need to be doing away from the portals, relying on portals. And I say this the same as, with WiggyWam as well. If you expect to plug into WiggyWam and then you're going to start getting seller leads straight away, that's not what we believe, and that's not how we operate. We believe in putting you front and center as the estate agent, where you can promote your wares and do what you can so that you're not lost in that sea of obscurity that I mentioned right at the very start of the question. Okay, so it's all about promoting yourself and your business and what you can offer clients, and we provide the platform for you to do that. Okay, what we're not going to do is say to you, we're going to send you 10 sellers leads a week, because we don't believe in that. We believe in you guys actually exhibiting your expertise, where clients can look at that and go, do you know what, this is absolutely the right person, because we all resonate with different people, right? This is absolutely the right person for me. They're exactly who I want to have handling the sale of my home. In fact, when you get this right, as some agents have done, you're going to have a waiting list of people waiting to work with you. Okay, that's the promised land. That's where you really want to get to. Okay, so hope that helps, Brett. I know I've gone on a little bit with that, but you've got to map these things out. You've got to get yourself into Estate Agent Secrets. It'll show you exactly how to put what I've talked to you about in this question, and you really need to be plugging into WiggyWam to get this nurturing system set up so that you can keep in contact with your leads over an extended period of time, and it's work that you do once and get paid forever. Okay, remember that, write that down. Do it once, get paid forever. And that's exactly what we're offering here. All right. So I hope that helps, Brett. Good luck with it. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll be glad to either jump on a call with you or answer any further questions that you might have. All right. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you for joining me here this week on this week's webinar. It's been fantastic, as always, to get back in the saddle and start answering your property questions. We're here doing this every single week, and if you've got property questions that you'd like to send in to us, you can do that via email, which is happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. You can find us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @WiggyWam_UK. That's @WiggyWam_UK. Or you can go to our website, which is wiggywam.co.uk. You can sign up, join, get a free profile on there, and start getting yourself immersed into the WiggyWam community. You're going to find a host of information, blogs, videos, all sorts of great resources on there that will help you with your property investment journey or your property journey if you're looking at buying as a first-time buyer or a second-time home mover. Or if you've never bought in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we're here to help you with your house move there as well. So that is wiggywam.co.uk, and you can send us questions directly through the messaging system there as well, which will be fantastic. So I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. As I say, we are on for week 26 next week, which is going to be really exciting. And we've got some amazing things in the pipeline that are going to be part of the WiggyWam community. So stay tuned. Thank you for all your love and support. We're getting an incredible amount of interest and traction on our website right now. If you haven't submitted blogs or you haven't submitted videos to our news page on our website, I'm going to encourage you to start doing that right now, because I'm seeing huge traction, and I'm not just making this up. Go and check it out yourself. We're seeing, hundreds, if not thousands, of views on these videos right now, and on blogs. People are putting blogs on there, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000 or more views and interactions on their blogs on there right now. So we're getting huge amounts of traction, and I'm really grateful for every single one of you for being part of the amazing WiggyWam community. And if there's anything that we can do to support you, please do let us know. So that's it for me this week. Thank you once again for your love, care, and attention. Wishing you all the very best for the coming week, and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. All right. Thanks ever so much, guys. You take care. Be good. Bye-bye.